Ladies and gentlemen, Colts, I took you to Holland to teach you some songs for one particular reason. Mr. Drew is going off to Devon. So now, guys, we are going to sing some songs for Mr. Drew. It's going to take us no more than 10 minutes.
Happy birthday!
And of course, we will always start with an A. Give me an A! Give me a B! A, B, my boy! What are you waiting for now? You promised to marry me someday in June. It's never too late and it's never too soon. All the family, keep on asking me when you want. All the family, what are you waiting for now? It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary. To the street is get back and smile, smile, smile. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. Yes. I'm half crazy after the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage, but you look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle made for two. Well, she was a sweet little dainty bird. Tweet, 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 she went. Gaily we played all day till all my money was spent. Then she went away, never again to stray. Well, she was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worst. Nobody likes me, everybody hates me. I'm going down the garden doing worms. Long, thin, slimy worms, short, fat, fuzzy ones, gooey, 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 gooey worms. Now the long, thin, slimy ones slide down easy, and the short, fat, fuzzy ones spin. And the short, fat, Sail on the ship, Jonesy. I ran happy and me. Around that old town in the Get on night, into a fight. Well, I feel so broke up.
Studio now. I'm joined by John Drew, chairman of Hitchin Rugby Club, who was on one of the buses on today's victory parade. John, first of all, I want to know how you got on one of those buses, and who were you on with?
All the management team from the RFU, plus the people who won competitions to get there, sponsored by O2. I was very fortunate to be the volunteer from all the thousands of volunteers who make rugby football work throughout the whole country.
So today I bunked off school for the day. Sorry, children.
He's a big rugby fan. He also teaches our football team, but he's not very good at that.
John, thank you very much for coming and telling us about it.
Sweet chariot, Hey, John, I first saw you way back when you were a colt, or not much older, playing for Osterley up at Stratford-on-Avon. You were in the second row and you thought you knew everything about rugby. Unfortunately, you had a guy against you who was quite a bit older and knew even more. And I think it was only about 5 minutes into the game where you perhaps pushed him a bit in the line out. And about 5 minutes later in the next line out, he absolutely flattened you. You know nothing more about the rest of the game, because I think you're completely concussed. I think you've probably improved a bit since then, but that was my first recollection of you, John, way back, I don't know, in the late 60s, I guess it was.
Hello John, I don't really remember, 10 years ago, must have been back in the Farmer's Boy at Langley, when you stopped in there for a beer with the teachers, and I was there with Hazel and my eldest daughter, and we just got talking about rugby and things at Hitchin, and you went out to the back of the car and brought out a size 3 rugby ball, and ever since then Bryony's been playing rugby. She's now playing divisional, so I'd just like to say thanks ever so much for getting us started.
Hello John, my memories of you are just so many, it's not possible to say them all now, but I just remember the amount of aggro we gave you as youngsters, and you always took it on the chin and always took it with the best heart. Sorry to see you go, but I hope you enjoy your retirement. Okay, cheers, bye.
Grandad, where do we start? We start as a milkman, hiding your milk bottles. Do we start down a rugby club playing second row with you? Do we start just the general Grandad name? There's loads of brilliant memories, mate. Thanks for everything you've done. Speak to you very soon. Cheers, bro.
Fundamentally, John, you still had the patience to deal with me in a pleasant way. And because of that, I played the best first team rugby and the most enjoyable part of my playing career at Hitchin. So thank you, John. I'm going to miss you, but obviously I'm going to see you in Exmouth. I'll come and make yours and Marion's life a total misery. Thank you very much, my friend.
Hi,
John, I remember just after the county sevens that we hosted at the club, you went to retrieve your keys from your car, which was parked the other side by the tennis court. I saw you walking away, and then when you were coming back, suddenly it disappeared because you tripped over the chain link fence. And then a couple of days later you were saying how your hip hurt and there were bruises all the side, up and down the side. And the other thing I remember is your propensity to fall asleep at Indian meals. See you soon.
Well, what can I say? Standing in front of the board, you were obviously captain in 1980 when I was here, got in the first team with you. It's a great privilege to have always played with you, John. Can't say too much more than that at the moment, but you are just one of the greatest blokes I know, because you've always done me favours, you've looked after me for years. And of course, I enjoyed playing rugby with you. You were a good, very good captain, mate. Thank you. Osterley. There you go.
John, how you doing? You're a lovely bloke. I've only got to know you over the last year and a half, but you've been very helpful for me in Hitchin Rugby Club. This award, the Players Award, which you may see here, your name is on this as well, and it's a great tribute for the club and for me to win that award as well, because so many people have so many words for you in this club, and you're a great man. Thanks very much.
Just a little story for you, Dad told me earlier. Apparently, when I was a lot younger, I used to say to him, why aren't we going to see my granddad? Because I actually thought you were my granddad, because that's how I knew you. I was quite surprised when I heard that. Very thankful for everything you've done for me over the years, and really hope you have a good time down where you're going, and hope to see you soon.
Hello John, you could taught my class as a supply teacher. Happy retirement, thanks.
Hello John, thank you very much for the years that you've given my son. I've known you that well, but my son has played through the club and he's really enjoyed himself. Thank you for that. Cheers John, good luck with your move.
Grandad, we all love you, I love you, I've always loved you. You're a tremendous man. I've got so many fond memories over the years, and I mean a stretch of years, club-wise, tour-wise, etc, etc. You're a magic man. The Hague, Holland, a few years back now. You volunteered to help bump start a car, I believe we could paint it as. And well, you got arrested for it and locked up for a few hours, quite a few hours. But a few of us, including myself, we worked and had a few words in the right directions, and we got you released. But while you're in there, we had a good drink and in your honour, and we enjoyed it. Probably you didn't. Never mind, eh? Good luck, John, and all the best with your new move, and I hope you do well down south, and hope we see you fairly often. Don't leave us. Cheers, all the best.
My main memory of John Drew is in my early days at the club. I played in one of the last actual games that he played in himself, and I think he was only playing in that game so he could play with his son James. As a hooker, throwing the ball in can be a real problem at times. I do remember on that day, no problem at all. It was James, I think 6'7", and obviously John, well over 6 foot. Every time I threw the ball, one of them got it. No problems whatsoever. Fantastic player and a treasure to this club. That'll have to do.
You started all this, and I've spoken to so many of the people that have worked with you and the players that you've supported over the years, and now I've taken on your mantle. I'm looking forward to the challenge. I hope I can do you proud and Hitchin proud, and I'm looking forward to it. Enjoy your move, all the best, and well, come and visit us anytime. This is your club. Thank you.
John Drew has always been a legend to me, and I've always respected him, and I hope to see him again soon. Cheers, John.
You've been so wonderful for my family. Tim's got wonderful memories of playing rugby with you. I've got wonderful memories of mopping him up after those rugby games. And Will and Tom wouldn't have been through the club without you because of the mini youth section. You've been absolutely fantastic. You've meant so much to us all. Thank you. And also to Marion. I hope you will be very happy. I love you both.
John, I'm going to miss you, and all I can say is that I love you as real love and not pretend.
Grandad, I've known you since I was 6. That's a good 20 years. You've looked after me on more than one occasion, sorted me out, and you know what? As a bloke, you're the best club member I could ever hope to look after someone. I hope you move on, find a new club, and look after someone else that's sort of like me. Bit of trouble, but generally a good guy. I love you, Grandad. Look after yourself. See you soon. Bye.
John, I'm sorry you're leaving, and certainly your departure will leave both Hitchin and Hertfordshire Rugby in a sorry state. I think that you have put your life into this community for the past few years, and I'm sad that you're going, but I do wish both Marion and yourself very, very many happy years of retirement in the future, and the state of retirement is something that I personally can highly recommend.
Dave Marshall was before me, so you have to move the camera down a lot. Okay. I never got to play with you, but when I joined the club over from Ireland, fresh from God knows where, you were already a club legend. And because I didn't know how you played or whatever, the one thing I'll always remember was how welcome you made me feel. The impact you've had on rugby is immense, and the impact you had on me personally was brilliant, and it's one of the reasons I love Hitchin so much. And thanks, Marion. Cheers.
John, I wouldn't be in this club now if it weren't for you. You've been a fantastic guy. We've had some great times. Back in the 80s, playing for your second team. I can't remember the games, but I can remember 3 fishes at Turvey. I can remember the Sow and Pigs at Tollington. We had some great away days and coming back to the club. And then in later days, I wouldn't have been mini and youth chairman if if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you, what you started, and all the inspiration you gave me and so many people here. You're a great guy, John. I won't say you'll be missed, because you'll always be here, because you are Hitchin Rugby Club. You're one of the greats. From me, Deb, and my 2 boys, who owe you a lot, and Marion, good luck, mate.
Mr. Drew, James Scott here. Hopefully you'll appreciate that it's not just myself that I'm speaking on behalf of, and I can take the liberty of talking on behalf of all the Kiwis that have come to Hitchin Rugby Club. Your Brendan McElwraiths, your Garth Joneses, your John McCullers, Aidan Barnett's of course, who I'm sure you'll never forget, Simon Crons and Dan Squires. But I would just like to say that in terms of the support that we've had from you as an individual and coming to Hitchin Rugby Club, it hasn't gone unnoticed. For me personally, you know, I probably haven't had the chance to speak with you and get to know you perhaps as I would have liked to, but I do remember in particular you coming down to watch one of the county games and being really impressed and most grateful of your support. I wish you and all of the Kiwis, certainly wish you all the very best for the future, and we just want to say thank you, and so very, very thankful of all your support through the years. Take care.
Hi John, Terri obviously, just to say love you loads, and what I really, really want to say is thank you. And how the hell did you get on that coach in 2003? Because I am so jealous. Love you.
Grandad, James Larman, thank you very much for everything you've done for me while you've been here. Absolute legend. We'll miss you greatly. I hope to see you at the club again soon.
Grandad, what can I say? It's been 16, 17 years since you first coached me, making me pass at least 100 passes off my right, 100 passes off my left. Obviously we've had fantastic times in your hometown of Exmouth, where we decided to put about 500 quid on your bar tab in the hotel. Thank you very much for that, by the way. I enjoyed myself. And obviously also our little spat, but you know, you were right, I was wrong, heat of the moment. And it's been fantastic, and I wish you well, and hopefully I'll see you down in the West Country when I'm visiting Mum and Dad. Take care.
John has been a great part of my life. He's godfather to my daughter, he's been a mentor to my son, and without him, life would be extremely different. Maz as well, she's been a great support to me and the family over the years. She's also my daughter's godmother, and I love them both dearly, and I will sincerely miss them. Having said all that, I wish them the best for the future, whatever that may bring. I love them both, and without John and without this club, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Thank you.
Well done, John. I've known you for 30 odd years. You've been a superb, loyal member of the club. I wish you all the best in the future. You're obviously going back to home. Nice place to go. Perhaps I'll come and visit you sometime. All the best to you. Bye.
John, you're the biggest old fart I've ever known. And I love you dearly. Thanks for everything. I love you lots. And without you, this club wouldn't be what it is today. Thank you.
Grandad, John Drew, what can I say? You know more of my life than I do, because you met me when I was about 2 weeks old, down here, and I can't remember that, but you've been in my life consistently. A great sort of patriarch at the beginning of my life. Touch of death at the end of it. I mean, Christ, we try to win with league games, but if you turn up, it makes it hard. But no, sort of, you're an establishment. You're like a pillar of community. You're, well, you will be folklore, because I'll talk about you, Vinny will talk about you, Dale will talk about you, and all these sort of under-7s, under-6s, under-8s that you started will be listening to us in 10 years' time, and we'll talk about you. So yeah, best of luck. Come back and visit us. Not on league games, obviously, because we'd like to win them. But no, best of luck, and all the best, and thank you very much.
I forgot to mention the Island tour, and I really, honestly, I didn't agree with what Aidan Dwyer called you on that day. I forgot to mention the Isle of Wight tour. I didn't realise one man's cock could stretch that far. Durham, was it the Durham one? Granted, I just lose track of tours. They just all sort of drop into one drunken blur, and it's all your fault. That's all I'd like to say. Everything is all your fault. Cheers, Grandad. Look after yourself.
To Mr. John Drew, I'd like to say thank you for all your support and dedication to the rugby club. Thank you, David. And you know, thanks for all your support in the past. You know, all supporting me, egging me on to do better. And yeah, thanks once again for your help.
Same again, John. Lovely bloke, great down the club, absolutely awesome. You spurred us all on to be first team players. You've done us proud, and you know you're more than welcome down the club at any time. Top bloke, 100%. Good luck down where you're going. Have good fun, and hopefully see you soon, mate.
Wish you all the best.
Cheers.
John, I'd like to say a big thank you to you. I may not have known you as long as some of this club, but you've been a fantastic figurehead. Secondly, due to your affinity to pink, I do realise you're a 21st century metrosexual, and as a result, I salute you. Because in this day and age, it's still very hard for a man of your age to come out and be loud and proud. I would also like to thank you for your efforts, for everything you've done for the club, certainly while you were county president, and for also being a member of Hitchin Rugby Club. To be county president was a great honour for us, in many ways more so than yourself, because we were so proud of you. Many thanks, John. Thank you for everything.
John Drew, otherwise known as Grandad, headmaster, upstanding member of the community, lovely individual. He used to get every young player pissed as a rat as quickly as he could and ingratiate himself. Something to do with his headmasterly days. Very forthright in his views on theft of kit, especially when certain miscreants were at it. Got extremely uptight with me one day because I'd pinched a new Hartford shirt. John, of course, had never stolen anything in his bleeding life, apart from about 5,000 beers off the youngsters he used to coerce. Long, tall, slim, but not so slim anymore, like his offspring. But at least James knows rugby, and he doesn't have the bouffant flapping in the breeze every time it gets above 20 mile an hour. Wishing you all the best, John. I think I'd better leave it here before we go any further. And you probably still don't understand me even now.
John Drew. Christ. Name rings a bell. Tall chap. Tall chap. With a lovely wife. Always falling asleep, if I remember. Yeah, is that the guy you're talking about? Lovely chap. Lovely chap. Sorry to see him go, really. But life goes on.
Mr. Drew, here I am cutting my hedge, and I'm required to speak to you on this special occasion. What can I say about Mr. Drew? You're finally leaving us and heading down to the place where both of us had our childhood. I've reflected on the fact that it was 1979 that I came up to Hitchin and found you and Roger Cobley and Chris Roberts. And I must say I always felt very secure behind such mighty characters in our first couple of years of playing for Hitchin Rugby Club. I've got many memories of battles with you and games with you and songs with you over many years. I won't give away any of your secrets, so don't worry about that. Rugby Club is not going to be the same without you. I tend to think of you as a distant friend. I don't see you very often, and the times that you appear when the bar is just about to close and other such very friendly occasions, I think of you. I bump into you in Sainsbury's and I bump into you at the club and all over the place, and it's not going to be the same without you, dear boy. So I wish you a happy return to Devon, and I hope you get your accent back, and no doubt, and I hope that you will very shortly come back up to Hitchin for a VP's lunch and perhaps even speak to the people in your new Devon accent, and I hope that that will be very soon. Goodbye, John, and say goodbye to Marion, and the best of luck to you both.